Good evening. This is CTV News for Thursday, November 3rd. I'm Byron Scott.
And I'm Rochelle Metzger. Thank you for joining us tonight. Well, the countdown is on to the big day. There are just 4 days left until the general election, and today, thousands of Marylanders took advantage of the final day of early voting to cast their ballots. And Denise Douglas has our story.
You can see the line behind me here at the Wayne Curry Sports and Learning Center from people that are here to vote. Fairly short right now, but it has gotten long throughout the time that we have been standing here. But from what people are telling us and from what we can clearly see, it is moving quickly and it is moving very smooth. The big item bringing people out to vote, clearly the presidential race. In terms of the numbers, so far 730,000 Marylanders have cast ballots in the hotly contested race between Democrat Hillary Clinton and Republican Donald Trump. Way more than in 2012 when the number of early voters was at 430,500. Reports indicate that Hillary Clinton has the strong lead among Maryland voters. Here's what some of the people we talked to had to say about the campaign overall.
Very exhausting, very scared, just a lot of anxiety. A lot of anxiety this term.
Do you think, and why is that? Why so much anxiety?
There's just so much going on with the election.
I think once the election is over, I think everybody will come back together.
Why is that?
Well, I just feel that the election was a lot of distraction. But I think that we'll come back together after the election.
As you know, there has been concern that there might be problems for voters at the polls. So far, though, the officials that we have spoken to say everything is going well.
And the people have been very cooperative. Our lines have not been overmasked or wrapped around the building because I got some excellent staff. And at each table, I have like a team leader. So they monitor my numbers, the flow of people. There's trouble coming in, they usually answer it. So this is a great team to work with.
Again, just giving you a bigger look at how things are looking out here at the Wayne Curry Sports and Learning Center. People coming from the parking lot, steadily moving in this direction to get in line in order to vote. The line has moved inside and again moving smoothly and moving quickly. In addition to the presidential race that is on the ballot, a Senate race is there, a school board race, and several questions that people are voting on. I'm Denise Douglas, CTV News.
All right, well, polls open at 7 a.m. on Tuesday, Election Day, and close at 8 p.m.
And female politicians faced more gender-based criticism on social media than men. That's according to Emerge Maryland, an organization devoted to encouraging and training women to run for office. Executive Director DIANE FINK says the issue has led to more conversations about the roles of men and women in politics.
The objectification of them is scrutinizing them for their looks, for their body, for how they appear, rather than what they have in their brain and their ability to handle tough situations or to talk about policy or issues or anything of substance.
Capitol News Service examined the tweet responses of several women in politics and concluded that many of the insults directed at them were sexist in nature.
A threat made on social media prompts a local high school to go on lockdown this morning. Officials with Prince George's County Public Schools confirmed that Friendly High in Fort Washington went on lockdown around 11 a.m. as police investigated. It was lifted shortly before noon after nothing was found during a search of the school and surrounding area.
And a hearing is set for tomorrow in Upper Marlboro to discuss the future of Lynn Hill condominiums. The Condo Association and local elected leaders will be asking a judge for clarity as to whether the utilities must stay on while the complex is trying to work out an agreement. Gas and electricity were shut off last week because Lynn Hill owes more than $1 million to utility companies. The state ordered gas and electricity and service turned back on, saying they didn't provide enough notice to residents.
Well, the buildings were posted unfit because of the loss of utilities. The utilities have been restored, so we're removing the postings, which means that they can return.
Well, some residents tell CTV they are apprehensive to move back in because the money issues have not been addressed at the complex. And you are watching CTV News. I'm Byron Scott.
And I'm Rochelle Metzger.